Welcome back, trainers, and we're going to have another event in which you're going to be able to TM away frustration on your shadow Pokemon, as well as a new legendary shadow, as you can see here. Let's get into this information. If you do enjoy these videos, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on, and let's see what we have going on. Alright, so this event is going to be starting April 3rd at midnight, so you can start Elite TMing those shadow Pokemon at midnight on the 3rd. Your local time, and it's going to be running until April 7th. You're going to be seeing a new Pokemon introduced. That's going to be interesting. Salazzle, and it's going to be coming from 12-kilometer eggs, so make sure you get those eggs ready. You can't collect them and then hatch them. You're going to have to get them once the event does start. Taking a look at the Rocket Grunt. So we're going to have a Alolan Rattata, a Alolan Sandshrew, a Alolan Exeggutor, Sudowoodo, Girafarig, and Numel. And then you're going to see Sneasel and Scraggy in those field research tasks. You're going to get a box with one of those radars, and then of course you can Elite TM or use a regular TM, not Elite, okay? Don't waste them, folks. TM away frustration on those shadow Pokemon. Now if you're thinking, oh, what about Tyranitar? I want to make one of those. Well, it's a quick move. If you're looking to get that community move, you don't need to use a TM or anything. So looking good, folks. These are always going to be amazing, and by the way, that box is not going to be cheap for that Rocket radars. But yeah, you already know what it is. So we're going to go ahead and run down all of the best Pokemon that you want. So taking a look at fire first, we're going to have Blaziken, Charizard. What's the shadow? Well, we got Shadow Moltres, Shadow Charizard. There you go, Shadow Entei. So you do what you need to do to get these Pokemon. I'm just going to show you the best types for every category here. All right, let's go on to grass. We got Mega Sceptile, Shadow Venusaur. There you go. That's the best grass shadow type. Shadow Tangrowth, Shadow Torterra, Shadow Victory Bell, Shadow Venusaur again with another move, Shadow Exeggutor, Shadow Shiftry. So there you go. Take it as you will. And we're going to look at all of my Pokemon at the end so you can kind of see what I have going on for PvP. Dragon types. So Shadow Salamence. There you go. Shadow Salamence again with another move, Shadow Dragonite again with another move, Shadow Dragonite, and a Shadow Dragonite again. So as you can see here, it's looking pretty good as far as the shadow Pokemon. We already know. They're all amazing, right? So just get ready accordingly. Moving on to Poison, Mega Beedrill. All right, Shadows, Shadow Victory Bell, Shadow Vileplume, which is pretty interesting. Shadow Stuntank, Shadow Weeping Bell, Shadow Muck, and then Shadow Nidoking at the end there. Now this is going to be going up against gyms and raids, just a little heads up. Like I said, we will go into my Pokemon, all of my shadows, so you can see what I have made for PvP, so you can get an understanding as to what you want. As far as this is just the best tackers, period, for raids and gyms. Shadow Metagross for Steel. Yep, we're going to be going over that. That's the best one. One of the ones you want on the top of your list out of all of these. Shadow Caesar. And yeah, that looks about it for the shadows on the first page. Got two Shadow Metagross. Electric, Shadow Electivire. Shadow Raikou again. Shadow Zapdos. Shadow Magnezone again. Shadow Manectric. Shadow Zapdos again. Now, obviously the ones that are appearing multiple times are with different moves, and they're just progressively getting worse as they do go down the list, of course. All right, moving on to fighting here. What are we going to have for shadows? First one is going to be Shadow Machamp. Yep, again, another one of these staples that you just want. Shadow Hariyama, and that looks about it for the shadow fighters on the first page. So Shadow Machamp is all you want, right? That's all you need to know. Say no less. All right, let's keep it moving here. What are we going to see for the bugs? First shadow bug is going to be Shadow Pinsir, then Shadow Caesar, and that's about it. Two Shadow Pinsirs, Mega Heracross and Mega Beedrill are number one. Mega Heracross is not even here, but I can't wait. It's going to be an absolutely amazing Pokemon. Moving on to Psychic. Now this is crazy. Yeah, you're going to have Mega Mewtwo's. Shadow Mewtwo, another one of these staples that you just want, period. So that's going to be the top. Another Shadow Mewtwo with a different moveset. So you got Confusion, Psystrike, and then Psycho Cut, Psystrike. So Shadow Mewtwo for Psychics, right? Moving on to Dark, we have Shadow Weavile, Shadow Honchkrow, Shadow Weavile again, Shadow Absol, and then Shadow Sharpedo, the glassiest thing in the game, other than Attack Form Deoxys, so don't even really waste your time unless you're just having fun with your Stardust. So there are the Darks. Moving on to Flying, Shadow Moltres, Shadow Honchkrow again, Shadow Staraptor. Let's get a Staraptor. Making the charts, and that's not the only one it's going to be making here. It needs a damn community day. When are we going to get it? That's about it for the Shadow Flyers there. Moving on to the Ghosts. What do we have for Shadow? Shadow Bayonet. Shadow Bayonet again. So one with Hex and Shadow Ball, or Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball, and then one with Hex and, yeah, Shadow Ball. So not too much as far as the Shadow Pokemon here, as far as going up against raids, but Shadow Bayonet is looking pretty good, I suppose. You can just make a Gengar. Then we have Shadow Mamoswine. This is ground types. Shadow Mamoswine. And that's about it as far as the first page is concerned. Mega Garchomp's not even here. Primal Groudon's not even here. Mega Swampert's not even here. So yeah, I mean, it's very limited on that one. As far as normal types, we have Shadow Porygon Z. Shadow Porygon Z again with Hyper Beam, and then one with Tri-Attack. Let's see, Shadows. Shadow Apom. Yeah. I swear I thought Staraptor was going to be on the normal. Moving on to water here. What do we have for Shadow Waters? We got Shadow Swampert, Shadow Feraligatr, and that's about it. So there you have the rundown as to which shadows you want to pursue, or which ones you want to kind of have priority if you have them set in your inventory already. So there you go. Moving on to our new Pokemon that we're going to be receiving here, which is going to be Poison and Fire, which is very interesting. The unfortunate part about this thing, you're thinking, dang, what a good fairy type counter for Charmers. Yeah, except for it's extremely squishy. It's got a max CP of 2,802, attack 228, defense 130, and stamina 169. So, Salazzle. Okay. I would have loved it for, I don't know, maybe have some sort of design on its head, that ball feature where it's just bald. I don't know. A little funny. All right. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at what I have in my inventory here so you can get an understanding as to what I got going on. Not just top performers and raids, but what I have made for Go Battle League, right? Because you already know what we do over here is we make a ton of these Shadow Pokemon. And I still have a bunch lying in wait, but some of them do require XL candies, so I am still obviously working on them. Out of all these Shadow Pokemon that you're seeing here, all of them, I've only got 3 that I need to TM away frustration. Now, I keep a lot of these on deck just because, like, you already know what I've said before. Holding on to a lot of Stardust is like preparing for some sort of emergency, right? Some sort of Pokemon Go war here. Who knows what they're going to implement in the future, and I just want things on deck. Mewtwo, we already know. Salamence, this one's IVs are horrible. I understand as far as that defense, but it is a hard hitter. Dragonite is good for Master League, right? It's going to be one of those top performing Shadow types for Dragon types like we just took a look at. Metagross. I didn't realize these two IVs were the same, that Dragonite and this Metagross. Metagross Shadow, period, is your #1 Shadow that you want to go for. That's it. I guess. I mean, it's not #1, but it's a highly, highly recommended one that I would say that you want to get because it's just doing so well. It's outperforming a level 50 Metagross as far as damage. The level 50 is going to be able to stay in there, the normal one, but the Shadow is going to be outperforming as far as damage. And if you have multiple of those, you're going to be able to stack up that damage faster. Shadow Snorlax, another must-have. Marcellus Wallace here, I love this thing. Even though it does have 10 in attack, I still max it out at level 50 because it's good. It's a core breaker-ish a lot of times, sometimes, who knows. Shadow Gardevoir, maybe you want to wait because it's going to get a Mega. You can just power up a regular one because you're not going to be able to Mega Shadows if they do have a Mega form. Shadow Machamp, period. You want it. That's it. That's it. There's nothing else to say about it. You definitely want it. As far as the community move, it's not regularly recommended. Shadow Swampert, yeah, it's pretty good. I don't think you really need this one. It's okay, but you're probably going to want to invest in a regular Swampert so you can Mega Evolve it down the line because it's going to be outperforming it. Staraptor, Granbull, they're also going to be pretty good for Ultra League. No, Staraptor is a very highly spicy Pokemon. It's not like you want it. For the Brave. Muck, definitely good. Shadow Caesar, definitely good. Nidoqueen, Shadow Nidoqueen, absolutely a must-have. This is definitely something that stands out. Shadow Ampharos is definitely a very interesting pick, and you can go ahead and make it if you have it. Shadow Charizard, pretty good. Shadow Exeggutor, okay, squishy. Shadow Venusaur, another must-have. Period. All right, this is another must-have. I do have mine in the Ultra League here. And if you're wondering, well, what about different leagues for these? Well, you know, guys, you can go look up PvPoke and take a look and see which league is going to be best for each one of these. I'm just showing you what I have on deck. Shadow, Shiny, Lapras. Definitely going to be good. Horrible IVs on mine, but it's definitely putting in that work. Shadow Meganium, very steep investment, but I have to say, I was absolutely blown away by its performance, and it's worth the investment. Shadow Porygon Z. Don't really recommend that. Okay. This is Apex, so you don't need to worry about TMing away frustration because it just comes without it. Shadow Moltres, another one of those good fire type attackers that you could definitely invest in. It's safe, no mega evolutions, no anything like that. Shadow Tyranitar, it's going to be pretty good. I mean, it really depends on what you have for your lineups, but it's definitely something to look into. Shadow Ninetales, definitely fun for PvP. Alright, another Ho-Oh, Shadow Victory Bell. We already know that thing's just disgustingly just OP and just abused. Alright, now we're just kind of getting into just like the random stuff that well, it's not random. This is the Great League stuff. Just take a look. A lot of these are made simply because, not simply because, but definitely a big factor is because their IVs were ideal. As you can see, a lot of them do have that lower attack with higher defensive stamina, and that is a result of searching for hours and days and weeks and months and finally getting the perfect one, okay? Maybe it was a lucky streak and I just got it right away. But for the most part, definitely couldn't pass up making some of these, even if they weren't as useful as I wanted them to be. This Mewtwo here has ideal IVs for PvP, but unfortunately it's not really... The number is just a little bit off for it to be a little bit more ideal, unfortunately. We already went over Shadow Entei is going to be good, and all these are now into the just on standby Pokemon. So as you can see, a lot of good IVs here, just simply don't have the candies to power them up. Some of them I just simply don't want to invest in right now because I have other Pokemon that are just going to be fine. Look at this Victory Bell. This has got to be the best. Well, yeah, I think this is the best Shadow IVs that I do have. I don't have a Shundo. I don't have 100 Shadow. This one here is going to be my best one. 15, 15, 14, pretty crazy stuff there. Don't want to power it or don't want to purify it. Don't care for 100. Already have like 2. Got 100 level 50 Bellsprout and 100 Victory Bell. Overflow, like I said, definitely want to make this groupie. Definitely kind of expensive, but it's something that you want to look into. So there you have it, folks. Just wanted to show you what's up. We still got a few more to look at here. But if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you do, turn notifications on. And these are the 3 that I do not have TM'd away frustration. So it's going to be this Whismur, I think. Wait, I think the Whismur's already... No. It's the Bagon that I caught this morning. And up to the Houndoom. So, yeah. Anyways, Metagross is definitely something you want to go for. Staraptor is my star here. I love this thing. Thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!